Hello, welcome. In our main dialogue, we have two people talking about family. The woman was talking about her uncle. It seems like the woman's uncle is having some financial problems. Financial is a word that relates to money. So, if you are having financial problems, you're having money problems. Nobody likes that. Her aunt, her uncle's wife, is optimistic everything will be okay. She's optimistic, and that means she has a positive mind. Even though they are having some money problems, she is staying optimistic. She thinks the life will get better in the future. The woman speaker wants to visit her uncle's family, but will not be able to because she has to work at her family market. A family market is usually a small market the family members all work at. Usually the father will do the stocking of the groceries. The mother will run the register, be a clerk. And the children will help out anywhere they can. It can be very difficult for family markets to compete with larger markets. For this reason, the woman speaker must stay home during the summer and help out at the family market. She sounds like a really good daughter. Now, some key phrases. Memorizing some key phrases is very useful when having conversations. For family, this unit presents some key phrases which you can use when you introduce someone, discuss family news, and describe someone in your family. Take a minute to think about how you can use these phrases in a conversation. For instance, when you are introducing someone to your family, you could say, "This is my mother, my father, this is my brother," or "He is my brother-in-law." And if you are talking about family news, you could say, "They are engaged. They are going to get married. My brother has a new job." Or, "My aunt and uncle are divorced." Aww. Finally, if you are describing a family member to someone, you could say, "My sister is an outgoing person," or "We like different kinds of music." I hope you can find these phrases useful when talking about family. Let's check out our culture tip. When you are ready to start talking about your family and family relationships, there are so many wonderful and interesting topics to discuss. For example, you can talk about new babies in the family, health of a family member, relationship status, talents, and even upcoming special events like weddings or birthdays. I think you always want to talk positively when you are describing your family to someone you just met. I have noticed many big differences between American and Korean families. For one thing, Korean families are much more involved in their children's education. Do you know the Korean mom? Do your homework. For example, Korean families send their children to school for 10 to 12 hours a day, while students in America only go to school for 6, maybe 7 hours a day. Another difference is that Korea often has 3 generations living in the same house. For example, the grandparents, parents, and grandchildren all live together. Of course, this happens in America, but not nearly as often as in Korea. Usually, grandparents live in their own house in America, or they might live in a nursing home.